Well, basically, what we would suggest to do for that attic is treat those bypasses, which are the areas, the voids where there's just a major bypass that goes from the attic down to either the first floor or the basement. So we're gonna suggest to treat those areas, air seal the attic, and insulate to R49, which is the recommended level. That's for taking care of the second floor. For this first floor, what we want to do is we want to go along this rim and band joist in the front. And first of all, we want to treat this cantilever, which is where the window basically sticks out. And we want to treat that area with foam. We want to spray foam and air seal that. And we also want to spray foam the entire front side of the rim and band joist. At the furnace itself, the furnace is relatively new. I am going to suggest having it commissioned, basically having it tested to test and adjust gas pressure, make sure that it's running at peak efficiency. But again, also the airflow here is being cut off across this coil, because you can see the coil is much larger than the furnace, and they just have these areas taped off and panned off, which we don't suggest to do. What we like to do is have a transition in there, so that basically you're going to have a piece of ductwork that transitions the airflow from here to the coil. So we don't like to block any areas of the coil off. So we're going to mark that up, and I'm going to suggest having that done, which will bring this ductwork up a little bit higher. So the coil will basically sit up here, and then you'll have like a 6-inch box which transitions the air. The other thing is to have the ducts cleaned and air sealed, because that front bedroom isn't getting enough airflow. We look down into the ducts, we don't see anything blocking the lines, we don't see anything kinked. You can't see that far. But mainly what we're doing is we want to reduce the amount of duct loss, leakage. So the AeroSeal will come in, and what they'll do is they'll introduce, first they'll clean the ducts, and then they'll introduce a chemical that basically goes around into the ducts, pressurizes and finds all the gaps and seals it from the inside. So that's the best way to seal the ducts. You don't have to cut any drywall, you don't have to get in there and manually seal.